Hey guys, oh my gosh, so the day I've been waiting for is finally here. No, I haven't manifested my partner yet, but I did finally get Picnic Petals. Oh my god, here. It has I'm so jazzed. So we've known about this, or at least I've known about it for like over a month now, and I've like known what it looks like, but I'm like, God, we don't have the notes, we don't know what it smells like. But in case, here it is, it's the plain lid. Here's the label. This is part of the Picnic Party collection that's coming out for the next floor set. $24.95, Sweet Freesia, Fresh Picked Raspberry, and Candied Jasmine. And so the Picnic Party collection has that in it. It also has the Return of Lavender Marshmallow, which is pretty juicy, but we get Pink Lavender and Espresso, which is so incredibly similar to it that it's like not too juicy, but for those who like the Lavender Marshmallow version, this is also coming in that collection. And then I believe the other two are going to be the Mystery Candle Drop, renamed in their new names that I think we voted on in the app or whatever. So this was number 33, which was the Espresso Beans, Warm Vanilla and Lemon Peel. This will be coming as Lemon Espresso Twist. And then we have the number 42 right here. This is Sweet Cream, Fresh Cinnamon, and Vintage Leather, and this will be coming out as Vintage Memories. I didn't really care for either of them. It's just like of all fragrances for them to do a whole hoopla of like voting and repackaging and giving cute labels to, like, why those two fragrances? I don't understand that at all. But in any case, I believe those are the four that's in the Picnic Party collection. Maybe there's another one that I'm forgetting about, but those are the ones that I know about off the top of my head. But in any case, so that leaves us with Picnic Petals being the only new fragrance. So I was like so excited for that. And you guys know me, I love anything like pink, frilly, and girly, especially when it comes to candles, like the pink petal tea cakes and the rose water meringues, the pink lilac and vanilla. So when like Picnic Petals was coming, I was just like, oh my god, that could sound like it's totally up my alley. I just love like the pink floral gourmand category of fragrances that Bath & Body Works puts out. It's like literally my favorite. Like I go in a frenzy when something like that comes out, and I just can't rest until I finally smell the candle and use it. So in any case, so today's video will be obviously talking about first sniff, cold impressions on the new Picnic Petals fragrance, and then that gives me an opportunity to do a very vast comparison to all the other like sort of pink, frilly, cutesy, girly floral gourmand fragrances that are in my collection. I think we have like 11 to 12 here to also compare to. So if you want to watch the Picnic Petals portion, that will be the first bit, and then the second half or the rest of the video will be the like pink, frilly, floral gourmand fragrances that are all up in my collection, and we'll talk about those. So let us get into it. Okay. So Picnic Petals, let's see the label. It's like kind of like this marbled, like checkerboard action, and I think there's actually cutouts, like those cut out to the pink wax that's behind it, and you see like the raspberries and the floral motif on there. And once again, Sweet Freesia, Fresh Picked Raspberry, and Candied Jasmine, pink wax and coral wicks, and that is what that looks like. And yeah, she's all right. She's no pink petal tea cake or rose water meringue. This is like missing the very like sweet, like more bakery gourmand action that I was looking for. So like a vanilla bean or a cake, or like a like something a little bit more warm and baked. This is more so just a floral fruit fragrance. So it leans more in just like kind of generic Bath & Body Works body care realm, rather than it does like pink petal tea cake, rose water meringue with like a juicy bakery component to it. And so what I get from this is a kind of like a generic floral. It says Jasmine and Freesia. Honestly, it could kind of just be anything really. I mean, like I could close my eyes and imagine this could also be rose too. It's just kind of like a generic like powder puff floral fragrance is how it comes off as. I mean, it doesn't smell cheap, but it just smells kind of nondescript, or like just a general floral fragrance mixed with raspberry and citrus. And so like a berry floral fragrance is like not too groundbreaking when it comes to Bath & Body Works, and that's pretty much what it smells like. There is plenty of floral in here, but then it is indeed mixed with a sweet like raspberry, almost like a raspberry lemonade that had heaps of like a floral component in it, is what this kind of gives me. And so the closest thing from the vault of fragrances that we'll now dig into is it's most similar to this Give Cheer Sparkling Strawberry Sparkler fragrance from the Giving Tuesday collection. Even has a very similar wax color. Well, not quite, but almost there. And so this one has strawberry prosecco, splash of rosewater, and vanilla bean. And I have burned this one, as you can see right here. And yeah, it's the most closest to this. This also has very much a berry citrus blend with a floral quality to it. It says vanilla bean, but this really doesn't have a whole heaps of like a creaminess or a vanilla sweetness really in this. It's more so that strawberry prosecco with a splash of rosewater. And so you get a general, once again, floral fragrance mixed with citrus and berry. And so for that reason, these two are the closest. And admittedly, this one's not my favorite because it just lies a little bit too more in that berry drink cocktail realm that I don't love too much. And so because it's the most similar to this, this kind of is just like, okay, she's all right. I'll burn her once, but it's not like an immediate horde like a Pink Petal Tea Cake or Rosewater Meringue or anything like that. Yeah, okay. So there's Picnic Petals right there. Closest to Strawberry Sparkler from this collection right here. And so because that one said, what does this one say? Candied Jasmine. And so we did have Sugar Jasmine here as well. This one's kind of like, doesn't fit the rest of the theme the most because it doesn't have like a pink cutesy marketing and naming to it. I would say this lacks the obvious berry citrus fruitiness that the Picnic Petals does. This is more so just some kind of floral perfume body care fragrance that honestly doesn't really give the same concept of that like sort of floral gourmand or floral fruity, berry sweet pink action. This just kind of is on its own of just being like a generic Bath & Body Works body care rather than fruity floral pink cutesiness. So it's not really Sugar Jasmine either. And okay, now that that's concluded, we'll then just like briefly talk about all the other juicy like sort of pink floral gourmand fragrances that we've had from Bath & Body Works before. In no particular order, we're just gonna kind of go through it. And yeah, so of course, this is out in other formats, but not in a 3-wick candle, unfortunately. And it's of course the Love Rose Vanilla Aromatherapy fragrance. Love this. This had this inedible vanilla, but it was still this cool, creamy vanilla mixed with like the rosewater and ivy component from Rosewater and Ivy. I guess the rosewater note from Rosewater and Ivy minus the excessive green notes. And if you're to isolate that rosewater and mix it with the inedible, creamy, smooth vanilla, this is what you get here. And it's beautiful, gorgeous, love it. Like this was one where I like literally bought a pack of like 6 like immediately because I loved it so much. And I'm glad I did because now I don't have to worry about having to buy it again because I have so many in back stock. And they will re-release this periodically in other formats, but unfortunately not in 3-wicks. So I freaking love the Love Rose Vanilla. So there's that. We also have Pink Lilac and Vanilla, which is returning as the Mother's Day candle this year again as well. And so we have Pink Lilac and Vanilla here. I also, it's kind of like, I don't want to say one is better than the other because fragrance is so subjective and it just kind of depends on what you like and what you don't like. But I guess I can still rate them in terms of preference and ones that I prefer over others. And I would say so far Love Rose Vanilla and Pink Lilac and Vanilla I enjoy or prefer more so than the Picnic Petals for sure. Mostly because they do have this more creamier, almost gourmand, like smooth vanilla laced in it. And that's why I like these two better than Picnic Petals. And yes, so of course this one's the Fresh Lilac Bouquets, Dewy Greens and Vanilla Blossom. Beautiful, gorgeous, love it. It's just so pink, frilly, and feminine. It takes the very like intense green fresh cut lilacs fragrance and cuts down the green intensity by adding heaps of this like vanilla blossom note in it. And it's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. Friggin' love it. It just comes out all the time now that I don't ever feel compelled to like repurchase it very much. But I'm so glad it's in the rotation because I do really enjoy the fragrance. So that was Pink Lilac and Vanilla right there. We then had the, oh my god, so annoying because like this would be so great and awesome if it had actually been what it was supposed to be. So we had that like ice cream candle drop and we had rosewater, ivy, and vanilla bean, and this was not at all what the label says. Like I still have to imagine this was some kind of mispull or error or something. This one says it's supposed to be vanilla marshmallow, soft rose petals, and rain-kissed English ivy. And so to indicate it would be the rosewater and ivy candle as a mashup with the vanilla bean marshmallow candle, but it certainly is not. It's just like this candied fruity, like berry, raspberry sprinkles, unicorn sprinkles, pink gumball variety of candy sprinkles fragrance. And it has nothing to do with rosewater ivy or vanilla bean. There's no like vanilla marshmallow in here, and there's really none of that perfumey rosewater ivy fragrance. I still wish they could somehow like give us what this was supposed to be in some other format. I mean, this could have even been Picnic Petals, right? But it just simply isn't. This one just kills me because like I really wanted to smell what this was advertising, and it just didn't end up being that way. So this one technically shouldn't even be in this category because I feel like it's a miss pour, but I wish desperately that we could actually get rosewater ivy and vanilla bean mixed together. I mean, I guess I could just buy the 2 candles, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same as buying the 2 candles. Buying the 2 candles and burning them at the same time is just not the same as having it in one candle and like smelling what the actual blend would be. But in any case, yes. Oh my god, we have my beloved, oh my god, rosewater meringue, so friggin' amazing. Probably one of my favorite candles from Bath & Body Works of all time, like just friggin' excellent. And this was a one-hit wonder, right? It came out in the black jar for the test phase, but then this was the only time it went wide, and then we thankfully got it during SAS and body care formats, and that was amazing and delicious too. But unfortunately, this was really the only time that we got this wide in the most cutest packaging. I mean, everything about this is just so friggin' snatched. Fresh rosewater, spun pink sugar, and creamy vanilla bean, which that kind of sounds like what rosewater ivy and vanilla bean should have been. And I wonder. See, but the thing is, this is not rosewater ivy and vanilla bean mashed up. It's a different fragrance on its own. So I don't know, but like they could have literally gave us that in this jar, and like it would have been great, but they didn't. But in any case, oh my god, oh my god, this is so juicy. It's so incredibly like floral and powdery, but it's laced with this like almost like a candy raspberry meringue cotton candy fragrance. And so they basically took rosewater and ivy and retained that like sort of this very powdery, perfumey, floral quality to it that I love so much. And it's mixed with like this sweet candied, I get like a berry, like a raspberry jam or like a raspberry macaron moment to it. I mean, it's just simply excellent. It's like rosewater and ivy mixed with like this raspberry cotton candy, raspberry jam note. And it's just so decadent and delicious. The shower gel is amazing. The candles are all amazing. Oh my god, it's amazing. Yeah, rosewater and meringue. And the thing is, sometimes, like, you might interpret me, gushing over these candles as me wishing that rosewater meringue would come out again instead of Picnic Petals. But honestly, like, I have already experienced rosewater meringue, and if I really loved it, I would have already backed it up. That despite me saying that, I think I would still rather try a new fragrance. I would like it more if the new fragrance was closer in line to rosewater meringue or like pink petal tea cake or whatever. But still, at the end of the day, I think I would rather still try a brand new fragrance, because I'm always just looking for new novelty rather than something old repackaged again. I mean, like, I wouldn't complain if like rosewater meringue came out again. But for instance, like pink petal tea cake has come out so many times already, and I've like bought all the iterations and so many backups that I think I would, despite not liking this anywhere near as much as pink petal tea cake, I would still rather have a brand new inferior fragrance than to have like pink petal tea cake come back again for the 6th time or whatever the number is. So just putting the disclaimer out there. But in any case, still rosewater meringue, so amazing, so awesome, cute packaging and everything, loved it. It's like truly in the top like 2 or 3 fragrances of all time from Bath & Body Works for me. Okay, moving on. Oh my god, these are truly my favorite. Friggin' blush Poinsettia. Oh my god, this is so friggin' juicy too. So this is the 2nd iteration of it. Rose petals, green ivy, and sweet marshmallow. As you can see, I just clearly love that rose petal and marshmallow and vanilla bean like combo. Wow. I mean, this could also be this. It's so weird. They had 2 candles that could literally have been this, and they gave us that weird mispour of whatever this was instead. But this is so beautiful. This is also very much like rosewater and ivy mixed with marshmallow fireside, or kind of like the marshmallow vanilla note we get from marshmallow fireside. There's almost a smoky quality to this, but in a very gourmand marshmallow fireside way. I don't know, this to me smells like rosewater ivy mixed with marshmallow fireside, and I freaking love it. It was excellent, so beautiful, oh, so gorgeous. Blush Poinsettia. This one only came out twice, but I also backed up that one too. But it's weird because I never really burn or enjoy this. Like, as much as I love this and Rosewater Meringue, I'm just always so busy burning all the new candles that I just never get to revisit these ones that I truly love and gush over so much. But wow, this is definitely in the top 5 too. Holy cow, this was so amazing. Oh my god, we also have the one, the only Pink Petal Tea Cake, so iconic. I have so many of these. This is so amazing too. Pink Rose Petals Pound Cake and Vanilla Glaze. I mean, just friggin' excellent. It's just like this candied rose note that's probably the least floral and least perfumey and least rosy from like Rosewater Meringue or Blush Poinsettia. There's heaps of almost like this strawberry glazed vanilla cake with just a hint of rose to me. Although obviously if you're somebody who doesn't like rose too much or doesn't enjoy floral as much, you might smell this and be like, oh, it's too floral. But this is still, I think, in my opinion, still the least floral of like the Rosewater Meringues and the Blush Poinsettia. Oh, yeah, this is just so excellent. It's just, once again, it's like a fondant or a glaze on top of like a tea cake. And there's a strawberry flavoring to it. And then there's just a hint of like a rose delicacy intertwined all up in there. And it's just so awesome. And what was crazy was the version with like the flying cupcakes or whatever was actually like the most strongest and robust version of Pink Petal Tea Cake. And so it was awesome that we actually got it like an improved throw, at least in my opinion, like in the later version. Whereas normally it goes from a like, oh, the first batch was so strong and now it's watered down. It like actually had the opposite trajectory on it. So yeah, I actually really love the way the flying cupcakes version of Pink Petal Tea Cake burns and performs flawless. So that was Pink Petal Tea Cake right here. Friggin' amazing. This is actually out right now, and we have Cherry Blossom Pound Cake. Surprised this one, like, I guess did well enough to come back again. Cherry Blossom, whipped pound cake, and vanilla frosting. I was just burning this one, I think, yesterday, because I was really jonesing for it. And this is pretty much Japanese cherry blossom mixed with strawberry pound cake. And because there's so much of a Japanese cherry blossom presence in this, I don't love it, but because it's so unapologetically like floral gourmand in the way that like the Japanese cherry blossom really seems so inedible and like so perfumey and just like really just shoved in there aggressively mixed with like the sort of pound cake note in there, I like it for how like aggressively floral but still gourmand this is. And so like as much as I don't love Japanese cherry blossom, I could kind of still get on board with how incredibly perfumey and floral this is, still mixed with enough of that pound cake and vanilla frosting. But yeah, this is just Japanese cherry blossom mixed with strawberry pound cake to me. And I guess Japanese cherry blossom is a top seller and so is strawberry pound cake, so I figured they just merge the two together. But it's just, because I don't like Japanese cherry blossom, I would never ask for it to be merged or combined with something else. But here it is, so I just appreciate it while it's here. I don't think I need to buy more than the one that I have here. There's the one in the White Barn core jar right now, but I really don't think I need that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just Japanese cherry blossom. There's like this grody sandalwood in there that just has really no business like merging or intertwining with a pound cake gourmand note. I don't know. We then have sugared peony petals right here. This was totally a one-hit wonder. Oh my god. From what, 2015? Is that what it was? Treat yourself to the sweet scent of sugared peony petals atop swirls of rich buttercream, vanilla buttercream. Yeah, this one's, I don't love this one. This one's kind of in the realm of like Picnic Petals and having just like this very generic, like what is it, air freshener floral quality to it that I don't love. It's a similar peony to the Peony Petals fragrance from that So Ugly So Cheap collection, which is also very similar to, I think, Tokyo Petals, which is then turned into Cherry Blossom Soju, right? And so it's kind of like if you took Cherry Blossom Soju's sort of like fake Peony Petals floral component, and then like sprinkled in some like vague vanilla sweetness, but it's not even that prominent of a vanilla note as like the Marshmallow Fireside Vanilla and Blush Poinsettia or Pink Lilac and Vanilla or Love Rose Vanilla. It's like just something that just kind of cuts the papery like air freshener like potpourri sachet like generic floral quality and just cuts it a little bit. I don't know, this was never like my favorite by any means, and I think it was because this came like closely after Pink Petal Tea Cake had come out in a previous season. I was hoping for it, and because it was such a disappointment that it wasn't Pink Petal Tea Cake, it like got more points off for it. But that was Sugared Peony Petals right there. We then have, oh my god, rose lychee, which this had rose, lychee, and raspberry. So you could think that this could also potentially be Picnic Petals, but it is not. Wow, I slept on this one, and this is a regret that I have for sure. Wild rose, sugared lychee, and delicate raspberries. This, at first, I didn't enjoy because the rose was not strong enough and there was too much of this sort of tart raspberry, sort of grapey, lychee, fruity quality to it. And I was hoping for more of a rose presence. But the more I burned it, I don't know, there was something so addictive and sweet and cutesy and pink and happy and bright about this fragrance that I actually really started enjoying it so much. And I think I got the wallflowers too, and I love those to pieces. And yeah, and now we just have just this little bit of this candle. If I recall correctly though, this was sooty as heck. Like, oh my god, so sooty. Just so immensely sooty that it was really annoying, but a gorgeous fragrance nonetheless, and I want to hit wonder. And like rose and lychee had its moment there for a while, but it just kind of like fell off now in like the favor of all the luxury dupes and the Baccarat Rouge dupes and all that kind of stuff, that it's kind of like just not there anymore. Yeah, man, I would really enjoy having another rose lychee to burn, but here it is. It is not this either. And then lastly, oh my gosh, I feel like I've just been rambling forever. Chocolate Rose Macaron. Oh my god, from the COVID online exclusive collection. This is also another one-hit wonder. Creamy chocolate, rose petals, and crispy macaron cookie. This is different because it has a heavy chocolate presence, and so it doesn't quite fit in line with all the other sort of vanilla pound cake, creamy rose floral action candles that have been preceding this. But I still want to throw it in there just because it was like still like pink and rose infused. This is closer to your My Sweet Sisters or your cocoa roasted chestnut variety of that chocolate floral fragrance, but I just wanted to shove it in here because it was pink and rare and fun and juicy. But yeah, this, at first I ragged on for being way too chocolatey and not rose enough, but the more I burned it, I actually really enjoyed it, and it burned so great and so strong and awesome. And this was an online exclusive, and so it's a blind purchase, so I just bought 2 just in case I would love it. And I was like, ooh, I actually don't really think I need the second one, but I already bought it because it was an online order, so let me just keep it. And I'm glad I have it now because I blasted, well, I cherished and then finally blasted through the first Chocolate Rose Macaron. It was just always such a strong, crazy performer, but yeah, heaps of a chocolate cookie fragrance with a little bit of this inedible floral rose quality to it that I still ended up liking it for how like unique and different it was, and the fact that it was just has the exclusive, like hard to find COVID online exclusive status to it just makes it that much more juicy. And so that was Chocolate Rose Macaron there. So yes, as you can see, very exhaustive comparison to Picnic Petals, and no, I don't believe it is a repackage of any of those, but once again, the closest to the Strawberry Sparkler one, which is probably alongside the Rosewater Ivy and Vanilla Bean on the list of the ones that I like in this pink, frilly, cute floral gourmand category. Yeah, I smell the scent. It's not bad. There's definitely a strong floral presence to it, but the raspberry and sort of like the raspberry lemon fruitiness, it just goes a little bit more in that candy drink unicorn sprinkles route rather than like the confectionery sweet vanilla macaron route that we get from Rosewater Ivy or Rosewater Meringue or Pink Petal Tea Cake. So yeah, I don't know. We'll burn it. Maybe I'll burn it and be like, oh, this smells amazing and awesome. So I'll reserve final judgment until I actually burn it and do a review on it. But just want to take this opportunity to talk about all the candles in the vault and then just do a cold sniff impression of Picnic Petals right here. I'm still so thankful, so grateful, and so excited that Bath & Body Works continues to put out that like fun category of fragrance. It's truly my favorite, and every time there's like a new one that services, I do get excited for it in anticipation. Hopefully the next big potentially magical drop that happens, it's very much primed to have a fragrance like this in the collection, just given the nature of the whimsy, frilly, feminine, magical quality of this potential drop that could be happening. So I am quite excited to see if we can find something like that in the next release. So we will see. But in any case, that was my Picnic Petals and Pink Frilly Floral Gourmand video rundown, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.